Can't go 50-50 with no hope.
Hey,
Every month.
yo, game time.
She get her what she want. I still got like 7 years of doing what I want.
This season was complicated. It was complicated all across. From the first game to the last. I think we had the toughest. Well, not think we did have the toughest schedule. Who's the best in Austin? Who's going to represent Austin? Like, they're the Austin Vipers for the Texas Xtreme. We're based out of Austin. That's where most of our players is in Austin. So we got two top teams that won championships in the past and had great history. So they finally clashing against each other. It's like it's crazy because they want to be the best because they got the name Austin. We want to be the best because what have we been doing in the past? So just us going against each other, it was just heated from there and see who wants the title. And we came out victorious, and now we're the king of Austin.
Outcome of the game was we won 84-12. It was basically just a blowout, and we just had fun doing it. Everybody played on the highest level they can play, but it just sucks that they did get 12 points on us. We don't like when people score on us, so it just sucked that they put 12 points on us. We go into each game with a goal. Like this game, we wanted to set out to beat them by 100. Our goal was to put up 100 points. So we basically just went out and tried to achieve that. We got to 84. We could have went to 100, but how the game happened, it just really didn't add up to that. But we had 50 points by halftime, so it was reaching our goal, but those 12 points that they did score really just backtracked us, and we really got too cocky and thought the game was over, and they just kept on fighting. I shout out to Colleen Knights because they really just fought the whole game.
Pass complete to number 19, Brandon Davis.
Well, this past game was it was a test for us because we started out real slow and we had our backs against the wall. We was losing 18-8 at halftime. We've never been in that situation before, and it was kind of a shocker, and it made us realize like we're not as good as a team that we think we really are. And it showed on the sideline because a lot of emotions was flaring up. We was getting into it with each other. Well, I really don't say much on the field, but if somebody comes to me and start talking, just jaw-jacking, then we're gonna go back and forth. And it was like, just keep your head, whatever. And the dude on their sideline said something about my uncle. And about my uncle, people don't know that he passed away in 2018. He got murdered, so that really hit home for me. And I didn't know why
somebody will bring it so personal, and I wear him on my shirt, and he just tried to throw me out my game, and it really did throw me out my game. But I just couldn't understand the fact that why would you go so personal to try to get somebody out of their element. I got the call from my mom that early morning around 2 or 3 in the middle of the night. She called me probably like 4 times, and she never called me that many times. So when I called her back, it was just so, like, I knew something bad happened. And when I heard the crackle in her voice, I just knew something was wrong. And I never heard my mom cry, because she's a very strong woman. She never cried. She never showed emotion around us. When that night, when I heard her voice, I knew something really bad happened. And she told me that my Uncle Glenn got shot. And I just felt like it was just something just lifted, like we just lost a piece of our heart. And I knew my mom was gonna take it very hard, because she was very close to my Uncle Glenn. And in that moment, I'm still waking up and still trying to process everything. But at that same time, when she told me that he ended up passing away, that's from getting shot, I just fell to my knees. It was so overwhelming. My teammates tried to get me off the field because I got real defensive, and like I really wanted to hurt the dude, but they just tried to get me off the field, and I got into it with one of my teammates because I thought he was coming at me for losing emotion. And I tried to tell him, like, he talked about my uncle got murdered. It's not like, I understand, like, family members die of natural causes. Like, everybody supposed to die sometime in their life. But my uncle got his life taken from him. So you can't tell me that I can't be emotional of what somebody said. And it just went from that, and we ended up talking about it after the game, and he understood, and he was like, I didn't mean to come after you like that. They just didn't want me to get ejected from the game, because I would have to miss a whole game this next week. So these 2 weeks would helped us get those injuries and have all those players come back, and we just really focused on the Vipers game, and because we gave them their only loss. So going against them, we really have to buckle down and look at film and study them through this whole 2 weeks. So we're undefeated, and they lost 1. So that's all it is. We're trying to get the playoff picture right. So and our goal is to go undefeated through the whole season. So it's a lot at stake, and we're playing against another Austin team, and they're a top-tier team. And we're a top-tier team. So we're clashing once again to put the nail in the coffin, and say we are the best in Austin. So that's pretty much what's at stake, and a lot of respect is at stake. This weekend was very tough. We ended up losing 14-12 in Houston to the Houston Ducks. Man, it sucks to lose because, man, we set out a goal at the beginning of the year to make it to the championship, and not to achieve that goal, it hurts. But the way that everything happened,
it hurts 10 times more. The way the win, how they got the win, wasn't the way it's supposed to. The refs really got us that game, and it showed through the film, through the whole game. It showed how everything played out. But you can't really just blame it all on the refs. I gotta get ready for my new member of my family, my little son, Raleigh Jr. That's personally with me. I'm excited to have a little one around and teach him things that I didn't get taught, or give him things I didn't have when I was younger. Someone just to look after, and I just want to start this new chapter in my life. I really just looked at the pregnancy test and was just like, this really just happened. And she asked me, she was like, are you happy? Or, because I didn't have no face expression. So she was just like, are you happy or are you mad? What's going through your head? And I was like, I'm happy. And I just teared up, and I was like, I'm very blessed because I'm glad I can finally teach somebody and help somebody and live a great life that I really didn't have a great enough life like I had. She said she was feeling weird and stuff, so she went to the bathroom to take the pregnancy test. And when she told me that, I was just like thinking like, man, how I'm gonna provide for this kid, how I'm gonna be a good dad, how everything's gonna go through life. And then she came back crying. I'm like, wow, like she really is pregnant.
Hello. We want to say thank you to everybody that came. Thank you for all the gifts. We really appreciate it. He's gonna be real spoiled, so all the ass whoop is gonna be for y'all. That's what it's gonna be. But thank you. We thank you. I'm just spoiled. I hope you get pregnant again.
So he was born, they got him born at, what is it, 11:45 on Thursday. So it was a long journey, and he's supposed to have been due August 10th, and today's August 15th, so it's been a long journey, but it was well worth it. We're just really happy that he's here. It's like so real right now. Yeah, so many emotions just going through our bodies, especially through mine, because it's my junior right here.
He came in and changed our worlds forever, but feeling much better now. Before, of course, I was in a lot of pain, so it wasn't fun, but feeling much better now and happier that he's finally here with us after a belated, freaking outdated due date. Like, you should have came how many weeks ago, when really his due date was only, what, like 5 days ago? But, you know, same difference. So yeah, here we are, just with this little prize position, and now it's the rise of Raleigh Jr., so we'll see how this goes.
Being a father is a job that you can't afford to fail at, that you can never take that father hat off. It's okay to be, for lack of a better term, friends with your children, but you have to teach them that being a father is always what's more important. That's the, it's all right. But yeah, that's the main thing, just being a father, just being there.
It was like at least 2-3 times a year, and guess what, Mom? And then it was like, not this time. So when they did say it, I wasn't excited until I actually got the sonogram. then I was like, okay, we're having a baby. No matter how old he is, I'm a mother at all times. So there's still that mother instinct. I will tell him right from wrong. It may come out pretty dominant, but that's just who I am. But he still listens. But the grandbaby, I'm a little soft on him. So, you know, he's the love of my life right now. I lost my brother last year, so having him and, you know, my grandbaby in my life, it really, he came at the right time.
Me having a son really put a smile on my family face, so I'm glad I did something to make my family proud and happy once again, because that loss really hurt us. Man, thing I learned is my mom wasn't bullshitting about raising a kid. It's gonna be hard. That's the most thing I learned. She told me raising us was hell, and we'll find out whenever we have kids of our own. And I'm going through it right now.